Hello and welcome everybody. Today I was thinking instead of doing some resource management or stuff like that, I'm gonna have some videos that covers that. Today I'm gonna do a quick tutorial for chaos mode dungeons for anyone who is at a higher level, like level 70 to 80. This becomes an option, I think. And Age of Chaos is it called? You have it up here, like you have the boss mode, and then the next highest step is Age of Chaos. And there are some bosses in there who are really annoying. He isn't too bad. He is an absolute pain because, as you can read it here, you have to kill him twice. And he is also not that bad. It's basically just Zom. Yeah, he brings back the dead, but they're only skeletons that you can easily kill. So, most importantly, what are you going to encounter in these Age of Chaos dungeons? Most of the enemies either have an effect that will cause your heroes to be doomed when they attack them, mostly through melee attacks. So the obvious option is to just run with ranged heroes. And some others apply doomed when they attack your hero. So either you want to have someone or something that can prevent doom on your heroes, or just kill them in the first turn before they get to act. So I'm gonna take this one as an example because there are some pretty annoying encounters in here. These healers can revive the whole room again if they stand when they get to act. I don't know about these right now because they usually also die easily. And these ones have the effect that when you attack them with a melee hero, that your hero has a high chance to get the Doom debuff. What does Doom? Doom prevents any healing, and that includes like when you have Craw, who buffs everyone and makes them do an attack when he heals them. Yeah, you can't heal that hero, so that hero also doesn't get the buff and doesn't get to attack. You have Lorelei. Her first ability heals everybody and gives everybody the flying buff plus a regeneration over a specific amount of turns. I think like 3 turns. Yeah, if she can't heal him because he has the Doom debuff, she can't give him these buffs. So, as I said, you want something to prevent your heroes from getting these debuffs. The easiest option, if you have him, is Craw. Craw gives everyone... Where is it? Nope. Yeah, here. Shard of Darkness. So every hero on your team starts with 3 stacks of Foresight. What does Foresight do? Foresight prevents the next debuff applied to this hero. So, right the thing that we need. We need something to prevent debuffs from happening to our team. So Craw is basically the best option here. You also, if you have, you can use, where is he? Yeah. You could use Mirror. I don't know why he's cancelled out. Huh. Apparently you're not allowed to use a few heroes here. Yeah, I think the whole ghost archetype, the whole family of ghosts or spirits. Yeah, okay, you can't use any spirits, otherwise he would have been an option too, because he basically has the same thing with just one stack of foresight. And his epic, he had to cleanse a debuff. I'm not sure if his epic could cleanse Doomed. Maybe. Also, another option is Arrakis. If I can get him. Come on. Open it. Yeah, here. With his Order from Chaos ability. Because this one, where does it say? Cleanses target ally after Doom debuff. The problem with this ability is it's only on one ally. You could also go with Nivius, because, where is it? No. There. Yeah. When he resurrects at the end of the round, he deals AoE chaos damage, okay, and cleanses Doom from all allies. This one is a bit like situational because it's really hard to time when your Nivius gets down. Like, you can see it's like it doesn't really work that good. It doesn't prevent the Doom debuff. It doesn't really give you a direct option to remove the Doom debuff whenever you like. It's just like, yeah, if he gets killed and he resurrects, he removes the Doom debuff. Problem being, if he has the Doom debuff when he dies, he doesn't get resurrected either. So it's not really the best option. I'm not sure if you could use Lorelei and just make them all flying and so they can't get the Doom debuff. This should work. But Lorelei doesn't really offer too much because it's basically just her first ability. The other two are useless against the bosses in this dungeon or in these dungeons because they have a shit ton of passives and immunities and everything. They can't be spirit linked, life linked. Sapping vines doesn't do anything, so there's no reason to bring Lily. So my go-to team is the team that I have here: Deegan, Jin, Balor, and Craw. Instead of Balor, if you don't have him, because he's only there to support the damage from Deegan and Jin, his ability, this one that applies magnified light to all enemies, gives at, well, how much skill has he? 7k. At 7k it gives like, I think, 120% bonus damage from light heroes to the enemies, and it removes some buffs the dark heroes have. The other option is, if you don't have him, you can just run Grondar, because he has some nice abilities. This one, like the one with the lowest death becomes untargetable. This is just a buff that doesn't go away. So you could either put aversion runes on all of your heroes except the one or two that are allowed to get hit. So you could do that, but you could also just run Grondar and also use this ability and this ability. So this one is his taunt, where he forces everyone to attack him, and this one basically gives aversion for free turns, or free attacks actually, where he defends them if they get attacked so they don't get attacked. Why is this so important? The boss on this stage always applies Doomed when he does an attack. Another reason why Deegan and Jin are so crucial, in my opinion, is because they can remove the energy, as you can see it here, reduces the first enemy's energy by 1, and Jin can silence. Plus it's a damage buff to all allies. Also, I forgot to mention, Deegan can silence as well. Why do we use Deegan? Basically only for his first ability and for his melee or basic attack. We have him enabled, so he has a guaranteed chance to hit his epic attack. He has an enabler, aversion, enabler, tainted. You don't have to run a tainted, I just like the extra bit of damage, and another enabler. You don't need any lifesteal runes, any vampiric runes, because you have Craw. And Craw also gives, what is it? This one? Yeah. 25% lifesteal to all allies and foresight at the start of each turn. Undead allies gain double of each. So if you have his ability, his epic, you get this stat. Otherwise, it's just 25% lifesteal and foresight each turn for undead heroes, not for each hero. So the epic is pretty much crucial. But it is free, you should be able to get it after you reach level 50, so there shouldn't be anything holding you back getting it. I know Craw isn't a hero that you use for PvP, but he is very much useful for PvE. So these two teams can be run. I'm just going to show a quick run through with this team. Also, if anyone asks, yeah, I do have the engine lay skin, but the engine lay skin stops him from getting life through life leech, life steal rather. So this team is what I run. You could also run a dragons team. Yeah, it's doable. You could also throw Vulcan in for a little more DPS. And my Jin is pretty much defensively ruined. He is tank, enabler, taunt. I could switch those. I'm just gonna switch those. Yeah, this is fine. I'm gonna take this off. Put in another attack rune, doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's boost him to 22k. You can get him to over 30k if you put elite damage runes on him. Let's go. It's also an epic dungeon, so you can use your heroes from your friends. So the starting of this is always going to be easy. These are the enemies that could use a resurrect to revive everyone on their side again, but they get the magnified light debuff, they get the silenced because it's Jin's first turn, and if you just use the enabled, it's basically just gonna one-shot them, and since it's a lightning attack, Jin is gonna follow up. Yeah, you can see chaotic infestation, chance to apply chaos damage over time. This one isn't too bad. It's like 3 or 4k tick each turn. You can out heal that. This one is the problem, because attacks can apply doom or chaos infestation. It cannot be prevented or removed. Well, it can be prevented because firstly we're not on melee range, we're on ranged lightning damage. So he basically doesn't get hit, or he doesn't hit them in melee range, so they can't apply this. This one you see like they have a lot of buffs already. Melee attacks, yeah, you don't want to do melee attacks. Chaosborn, yeah, if they get to attack, they can apply Doom or Chaos Infestation. They get healed, magical, boosted damage against taunting heroes. Okay, so you see they have a lot of buffs and passives, but they just get melted from my Deegan. That's a like spike. Okay, again the same types. Boom. So far it doesn't seem too bad, so you should be able to, even if you're not running this team, you should be able to get through this. The problem is the end boss, and as you can see, my heroes already have a few stacks of foresight. Jin is sitting 7, 7, 7, Crow is at 11. We just don't want them to get hit in the boss fight, or to get hit the least amount of possible. So now they're at 8, and he's at 13 because he gains 2 each turn because he's an undead hero. So first turn, look at this. He summons not up to 3, he summons 4 undead because he revives all of them. He will return to his true form with 25% of his starting health. This 25% of his starting health is true, and he can't heal more. So he will revive with a full health bar, but this full health bar is only 25% of what he currently has. He heals. He gets more damage as his health as the health of the target decreases. So this is why lifesteal is important, because if your Jin gets hit and he goes down to like 30% health, the next attack would easily one-shot him again. Buff defense, heals a small amount of health after this buff expires. Yeah. Okay. Immune to paralyzing. So, like, neither Jin nor Deegan could paralyze him. Boosted damage against Deegans. Takes less damage from demons. Damage boosted 35% when health is full. And we'll get back to that later. Mental damage bonus, okay. Extra damage from, that's the magnifying light. Darkness 8. Cannot be banished, so Sulk, I think it's Sulcon. I don't remember right now. But the demon hero, the fire legendary, is basically useless against him. At least he can't banish him. I'm pretty sure his epic attack could reduce his max health, or his current health. Yeah, he's shock resistant, okay. Paralyzed and shock resistant, so naturally you wouldn't think about taking Deegan and Jin, because that's basically what they do. But they're still, in my opinion, the best option. Magical, okay. General's Mantle. Frostbite, Corpse Remove, Spirit Link, Mortal Reminder, Annihilation Beam, Draconic Hourglass, and Sapping Vines Immune. Frostbite. Basically almost exclusive. I think it is exclusive to water type heroes. Basically all it does is whenever the enemy uses an ability, they lose about 20% of their max HP. So obviously against a boss that has a ton of health, this would be great, but it doesn't work. Corpse Remove, I think that's just like when he dies, he just resurrects and you can't like stop him from resurrecting. I don't remember any ability that would do anything else with this name. Spirit Link, so basically The link from Lorelei doesn't work, the link from Shade doesn't work, and the link from Balor doesn't work, his third ability. Invincible, taking 0 damage. He has this for, I think, 1 turn. And yeah, so the first turn he will have a 35% damage buff. So you have to do something from stopping his first attack, because he's gonna do a basic attack basically on each of your heroes. We'll get to that in a bit again. Immunize. Okay, I don't remember him having any heals for his allies, but I think this also applies to himself. So either when this one runs out or he does an attack and heals, I'm not really sure. Soulless Scourge, yeah, he's basically an undead. It says it up in the chart anyways. Takes no damage from dark attacks, no damage from fire attacks, is immune to crits, cannot be dazed. Dazed is a debuff where the enemy then has a percentage chance to miss an attack, even if the hero that they attack doesn't have any dodge chance. Shadow Purge. Okay. Well, he is... No, he has all of his minions up at the end of the turn. So this shouldn't work on him. This should only apply to his minions, and they are weak. So this doesn't really matter. Yeah, attacks can apply Doom or Chaos Infestation, cannot be prevented or removed. But they sometimes apply both. That's why you need as much foresight stacks as possible. He is slow. He is mystical. Does 2 times more damage versus fire heroes. Yeah. Does 2 times more damage to nature heroes. Does do 2 times more damage to light heroes, to water heroes, and to dark heroes. So basically against everyone. Heals 10% of damage inflicted versus non-undead enemies. So if he would attack any of my heroes except Craw, he heals 10% of the damage. Starts all dungeons with added ability energy, okay? Purges a buff on any crit. So if he crits, he gets to remove a buff on your hero. And chance to disease on any crit. The most devastating thing that can happen is that he does a basic attack, a revenge attack or anything. And these 2, Doom and Chaos Infestation, and Disease procs, because there is 3 debuffs. So there would be 3 foresight stacks gone with 1 attack. His first attack would be a basic attack against everyone. So everyone could get Chaos Infestation, Doomed, and diseased. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the 1 energy he has. He's not going to follow up. If you use this ability, everyone is going to get 1 stack of foresight, and Deegan is going to attack first. The boss is, I think, guaranteed to do a revenge attack against Deegan. If your Deegan doesn't have the ultimate skin, no, where is it? No, this one, Mantle of the Storm, don't use this ability in the first turn. Basically, don't use it, because there is a pretty high chance that your Deegan is gonna get one-shotted if he doesn't have the Mantle of the Storm. A way to prevent this from happening is taking Grondar with you, because the boss can't do revenge attacks if you have Grondar in your team. Then you don't have to worry about this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see if my theory checks out and he's gonna do a revenge attack. Also, it's a pretty good buff. Yeah, see, he does a revenge attack. It doesn't do that much damage, but as you can see, they are on 9 stacks, and he is only on 3, so it's not that helpful. Yeah, we don't want to waste a lot of abilities on him right now because he is invulnerable. He doesn't take any damage. This one also buffs, but the buff is useless because he can't be shocked. Also, my Jin did damage because it is what's it called? A shield piercing attack, so it ignores the buffs. So his invulnerability is gone. This one is still there, so we have to keep an eye out for that. Second turn, I don't want to go into melee range with Deegan. So I'm gonna do his epic, no revenge attack. And now I'm just gonna stack Foresight. Just use this, doesn't really matter, because he can't do anything against him. And now I'm gonna silence him, so he doesn't get to attack with his abilities. And he basically does no damage to Craw. Craw just can out-heal it with no problem. So either you are going to either you're going to use some of your potions to fill up Craw again. You can do that. And go with this one first, because this doesn't cause any revenge attacks. And now it just is 82k. So Jin is basically the stronger damage dealer in this fight. Deegan is just there to stop him from attacking. Now this one, because he has enough stacks again. Yeah, 5. Look at the damage. And we don't need it right now. Yeah, because I'm just gonna let you see his basic attack right now. Gonna do this, just this, and he's gonna do his ability right now. The first ability, he only has 2. Yep, a basic attack on everyone. His second ability is basically just Pontifex's second ability, where he gets a defense and attack buff. So let's stop him from using that. -1 energy for the win. Almost. One more turn. Yeah, just a basic attack for basically nothing. Boom. Gets a revenge attack off. Now I'm just going to use a potion. So now we're done with his first phase. The second phase is much easier because he still has a lot of buffs, but he only has 25% of the health. Let's do this, buff them with the attack buff again. He's not silenced, so I'm just gonna silence him for the next turn. Boom. And he's dead. And you can run any dungeon with this team. And as I said, if you're not comfortable enough, like you don't know if your heroes are gonna survive this, like look at this damage. that they had to do. If you don't know if your Deegan or Jin is strong enough to survive the attacks, or you don't have the aversion runes, just take Grondar instead of Balor. It's just gonna take a little bit longer, but you're on the safer side. Because no revenge attacks, you can taunt with Grondar. Grondar has a built-in uh, death, like he doesn't die once in a dungeon. So he is basically the best tank you could take, but my Craw just does the job fine, so I have him. If you have any questions, you can go to our Discord server. I'm pretty sure you're just from our guild anyways, Infinite. So if you have any questions, ask me, Astor Kitty on the server, or just ask in any group. There are a lot of people who are trying to help and who are going to answer you. But I think I have everything covered for this one, and I hope you learned something new, a new way to think about PvE. It's not boring. Like you can do PvP and have fun with it. You can do PvE, or did I say PvE? Doesn't matter. You can have fun in both. You can have fun in PvP and in PvE. PvE is just a little bit more grindy because you need certain heroes. Like I'm not gonna run this dungeon with golden heroes or bronze heroes or silver heroes because they're not gonna survive. They don't have the passives. They don't have the stats. But this team or Grondar instead of Balor, and I'm sure there are other teams too that you could run. But I like this one the most. It's just easy. You don't have to do a lot. It's not very expensive on potions. Like you can use the potions, you don't have to. You're gonna take a little bit more damage if he doesn't if he doesn't get silenced or loses his energy. But usually these two options of this team that are presented to you, it's easy mode. If you have them enabled, if you have the runes somewhere along the lines what I show you, you should get through. Thank you for listening, and